So come to your seated position towards the front of your chair. Distribute the weight evenly on the right and left sit bones. And then distribute the weight evenly front to back on the sit bones. Perhaps you'll notice today that stacking of the spine becomes almost automatic as we come into that seated mountain pose to begin our practice. Bring the focus to the breath. And as we begin our practice, simply observe the breath. What does the breath tell you about the way you're feeling as we begin our practice today? As you close your eyes, observe any feelings, any sensations, perhaps even some colors that may become visible as you begin to focus for our practice. Now begin to even out the flow of the breath between our inhale and our exhale breath. And for those of you that may have not practiced with me for a while, I'll give you a count just to help guide you into that even flow of the breath. So inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 2, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 3, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 3, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 4, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 4, 2, 3, 4. Stretching out the exhale breath. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale, 2, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale, 3, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 3, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale, 4, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 4, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Further stretching out the exhale. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale, 2, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale, 3, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 3, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale, 4, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 4, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now do 4 more rounds at your own time and your own pace, finding just that right balance between the inhale and the extended exhale. So inhale. Final round, inhale. Open the eyes and tune in once again to your seated mountain pose. Again, balancing the weight on the right and left sit bones. And let's lean over to the right side, peel the flesh away from the left sit bone, and firmly ground it onto the seat of the chair. Lean to the left, peel the flesh away from the right sit bone, and ground the right sit bone on the seat of the chair. Wrap the hands around the right thigh and slightly spin that right thigh to an inward rotation, and then come around the left thigh, again lift slightly and spin the thigh to an inward rotation. And notice if that just increases. You feel just a bit more anchored into the chair having done that. Stack the spine. Take one round of the breath with a fully stacked spine. And let's exhale and sigh out through the mouth. Repeat that. Inhale through the nose and exhale, sighing out through the mouth. Inhale. Interlace the fingers, wrap the hands around the right shin, pull the right shin in towards the right shoulder, or remember, you can always use your strap around the shin, and then flex and point the right toes. Circle the foot in one direction, and circle the foot in the opposite direction. Bring the hands onto the knees, or onto the knee, and begin to circle that right leg. You can start small and increase the diameter of that circle until you find your maximum range of motion in the right hip. Stop, and then go in the opposite direction. Again, working up to your maximum range of motion. Release the right ankle onto the left thigh. Sharply flex the toes in towards the shin. Press the mound of the right toe out. And just feel that flexing. And cradle the right knee with the right hand and just gently rock that right knee. Again, support the right knee with the right hand and press the right knee into the resistance of the hand. Again, we're strengthening some of the muscles, the glutes, those muscles that move that knee out. And release. And notice if that knee perhaps drops even a millimeter closer to the floor. Let's once again press, squeeze, keep breathing though, and release. Again, inhale and exhale, press and release. So again, just rock that. Then knee gently now. And either grab your strap or reach around the big toe with the peace fingers and stretch that leg out towards me. Again, strengthen up the core muscles to prevent rounding of the spine. And let's release that right foot onto the floor. Stretch the right foot out in front of you. Straighten the leg. The toes are pointing up towards the ceiling, and that big toe mound of the right foot is pressing out. Draw the left foot back slightly towards the chair. Lengthen the spine, hold on to the seat of your chair, and fold over the legs. Feeling that stretch go all the way up the back of the body. From the heel, keep strongly flexing the toes towards the shin. And strengthen the core muscles. Start from the pelvic floor, work all the way up for the front of the body. And inhale, come back up to center. Draw the right knee or right foot back in towards the chair. Fingers interlace in the non-dominant interlace. Come around the left shin and bring it in towards the left shoulder. Again, flex and point those toes on the right foot. Maybe hearing a bit of a snap, crackle, pop. Circle in one direction and circle in the opposite direction. Take the right or left ankle onto the right thigh. Or remember, if that's not available to you, you can bring the sole of the right foot into the edge, or the sole of the left foot into the edge of the right foot. If you're using this configuration, try to keep the integrity of the ankle joint. Don't let the ankle joint, the ankle sort of slump towards the floor and overly stretch the muscles or the connective tissue along the outside of the ankle. We want to keep that connective tissue strong along the ankle. And if it's, avoid overstretching it. Cradle the left knee with the left hand and just gently rock that knee. So lift it and then just let it fall back into position on its own. Remember to keep the feet strongly flexed towards the toes. And now we're going to stop and we're going to press the knee into the resistance of the hand. So press, 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 and release. We'll do that twice more. Press in and release, and press in and release. Stretch. Now the left foot out in front of us. Point the toes towards the ceiling. Flex the toes in towards the shin and press the mound of the big toe out. So we've got a lot of different actions going on there right now. Lengthen the spine, firm up all those muscles of the core, and let the body fold forward over the legs. And don't try to find the deepest expression of this stretch immediately. Let the stretch develop. Let the stretch develop as the muscles on the back of the leg and along the back of the body feel safe to lengthen and stretch. Inhale, let's draw the left foot back in. Let's stretch the left arm out towards me. And what we're going to do is we're going to open the arm and simultaneously we're going to open the right leg. So left arm, right leg. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Lower the left arm Now stretch the right hand out towards me. And before we start this exercise, let's again come back to that integrity of the core muscles and to move the arm mindfully all the way through that range. So move it mindfully. Rather than just sort of flailing it, move it mindfully through the full range of motion. And similarly with the leg, move it mindfully through that full range of motion for 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, 5, 6, 6, 7, 7, 8, 8, 9, 9, 10, 10, 11, 11, and 12, and 12. Lower the arm, bring the leg back to center. Take the legs into a V and knees above the heels. And again, now I'm going to ask you to use the glute muscles, use the muscles up in here to gently pulse the knees out towards the side. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Let's take one full breath in. Exhale. And now we can do that, repeat that pulsing for another 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Inhale here. You may want to find your blocks, bring them into the center of the V. Inhale the arms overhead. And let's exhale forward. Bring the hands onto the blocks at any height. Again, firm up those core muscles. Use the edge of the chair to draw the sit bones slightly back to tilt, deepen the tilt of the pelvis forward. Keep the back long and straight. And walk the blocks of the hands out to get a nice long stretch as the body folds into the space in the center of the V. Expand the sides of the belly into the inner thighs. And then exhale. So taking some deep breaths in this more restricted position. One more inhale. And exhale. Inhale, come all the way up. Our hands meet overhead and draw the hands back to heart center. Walk the feet back to hip distance apart. Stretch the arms all the way out towards the side. Begin with the thumbs pointing up towards the ceiling and rotate the thumbs to face the wall behind you. Rotate the hands so the palms now face behind you. Thumbs, hands. 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, 5, 6, 6, 7, 7, 8, 8, 9, 9, 10, 10, 11, 11, 12. Take the right arm over the left. Reach onto the shoulder blades. Heel the shoulder blades away from the spine. Lift the elbows slightly, and then either stay on the shoulder blades or interlace or wrap the arms around each other and lift the hands overhead. Breathe into the space in the upper back between the shoulder blades. Exhale, unravel the arms, roll the hands front or roll the shoulders front, up, back, and down, front, up, back, and down. Once again, reach the fingertips to the side wall. Draw the shoulder blades down the back. And this time, take the left arm over the right. Come onto the shoulder blades. And try to reach around the edge of the shoulders rather than coming over the top. Wind the arms around each other, lift the fingertips towards the ceiling. Breathe here. One more breath. And exhale, unwind the arms. Take the shoulders forward, back, up, and down. Interlace the fingers and press the palms out towards me. Bring the attention now to the shoulders. Draw the shoulders back. Maybe pull the shoulder blade slightly in towards the spine. And lift the arms overhead. Bring the hands on top of the head. Bring the elbows in for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Open the arms. Come to the top of the shoulders with the fingertips. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Open the arms. Bring the hands to the top of the thighs. And let's do some cat-cow moves now. Inhale, lift the sternum. And then exhale, round the spine towards the back of the chair. Inhale, lift the sternum. Exhale, round towards the back of the chair. Inhale up. And final time, round it back. Inhale, come back to the neutral spine. The arms come overhead. The left hand comes to the outside of the right thigh as we twist towards our right side. I'm going to ask everybody to firm up the core muscles, extend the top of the head towards the ceiling on your inhale breath, and exhale, if it's appropriate for you, perhaps deepen the twist slightly. Inhale, lift the arms overhead, and exhale. Repeat this now going towards the left side. Inhale, come back to center. Extend the fingertips towards the floor. Inhale here. And exhale, lower the right fingertips down towards the floor. Inhale, come back through center. Left fingertips towards the floor. If you want to add the weights in here, that can provide a little extra resistance and help strengthen those muscles that move the spine laterally. 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, 5, and 6, and 6. On 7, we're going to add, bringing the left arm over, right arm over. 7, 8, 8, 9, 9, 10, 10, 11, 11, and 12, and 12. Come back to center. Once again, let's interlace the hands. Bring the hands behind the head, elbows out towards the side, and press the head into the resistance of the hands, strengthening the muscles at the back of the neck. Exhale, pick up one of your blocks, press it in towards the forehead, and now we're going to strengthen the muscles at the front of the neck by pressing the block into the forehead, into the block. And release. Take the feet hip distance apart, stack the spine, and once again, awareness. Start from the pelvic floor, work all the way up. We're going to do some, we're going to lean back towards the chair. So I want you to really be strongly aware of the core muscles and let them do as all the work of lifting us back and forward. So let's stretch that, squeeze the block, stretch it out in front towards, and lean back towards the chair. Come forward for 1, reach it towards me. 2, exhale, 2. Inhale. 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, 5, 6, 6, 7, 7, 8, 8, 9, 9, 10, 10, 11, 11, and 12, and 12. Let's bring the block back in. You can set the block aside. You can add add in some weights here if you'd like. Let's cross the arms. Doesn't matter which cross we're going to do, because we're going to repeat it with the opposite cross. Inhale here, exhale back towards the chair for 1. Exhale 1. Inhale back for 2. 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, 5, 6, 6, 7, 7, 8, 8, 9, 9, 10, 10, 11, 11, and 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Back to neutral. Reverse the cross of the arms. Let's everybody take a nice full inhale here. Inhale and sigh it out through the mouth. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Minimize any curvature in the spine. 4, 4, 5, 5, 6. Really bring the attention and focus to the core. 7. And feel those core muscles pulling you up. 7. 8. 8. 9. 9. 10. 10. 11. 11. And 12. 11. 10. 9. 8. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. And 1. And come back to center. Roll the arms forward, up, back, and down. And grab a drink if you feel it's appropriate. So let's come back to our seated mountain pose here. Just while everybody's getting themselves settled. Let's come back to our seated mountain pose and take 3 full breaths. Come back to that focused, long exhale breath. Inhale. Final breath. Let's turn sideways on our chair. Open the outside leg out into a V. Play around with your positioning on the chair just to get it. Make sure you feel well supported, but have the freedom of movement. Lift the arms overhead. And let's exhale. Turn the body gently towards the chair. The twist is coming from the oblique muscles. And the hands are really just guiding you around towards the back of the chair and helping you maintain that nice long spine. Again, focusing back on the core to provide the strength and the support for the spine as we twist. Inhale, come back to center. Once again, let's lift the arms overhead. Bend the chair side elbow. Bring the chair side elbow to the chair side knee and twist open towards the center of the room. Breathe here. And pay attention to the alignment. Where are the shoulders sitting as we come into this twist? Inhale, come back up to center. Come to a cactus position with the arms. And then take the outside elbow to the outside knee and stretch across. Inhale, come back up to center. The chair side arm can come in the back of the chair for some support. This leg can either stay out or we can draw the knee underneath the hip. So try and see if we can get a line that runs from the knee up through the hip, shoulder, ear, and right to the top of the head. Once again, focus on those core muscles. Start at the pelvic floor, lift all the way up. And see if you can, the hip, you can even bring the hand on the hip, roll it slightly forward to increase that stretch in the front of the right thigh, coming right up into the groin area. And you can either stay here or further slide that leg back, working toward straightening that back leg. Again, rolling the hip forward, strengthening these core muscles. Really draw. We've built all this awareness now in our core, so we can draw that pubic bone up towards the navel, lift the arms overhead, and come into a chair-supported runner's lunge. Drop the hands towards the chair. Draw that knee back in. Come into center. We're just going to hold for a minute in seated mountain pose. Take one breath in seated mountain. And sigh the exhale out through the mouth. Walk the legs slightly wider than hip distance, and then sway the knees in on one another. Feel the hip rotating in the hip socket. And now let's turn, come around on the opposite side. Again, support the right thigh, or support the chair side thigh on the edge of the chair. Outside leg comes free. Walk that hip out to a comfortable distance, or walk the outside leg out to a comfortable distance. Lift the arms overhead. And now, again, firm up the core as we twist using the oblique muscles to come and rest the hands on the back of the chair. The hands are not helping you deepen the rotation here. All the rotation is coming from the oblique muscles. Inhale, come back to center. Raise the arms up to cactus. Twist into the center of the room and bring the chair side elbow onto the chair side knee and stretch, stack the shoulders and stretch out. And lengthen try and lengthen the side body on the side that you're going towards the knee. So minimizing that lateral extension of the spine. Inhale, come back up to cactus. Twist the opposite direction. Bring the outside knee or the outside elbow to the outside knee and reach over. Again, lengthening lengthening the body on the side of the bent elbow. Inhale, come back up to center. Release the hand. And now bring that knee, outside knee, underneath the outside hip. Roll that hip slightly forward. Try, instead of letting that, because that outside hip isn't supported, try and level the pelvis. Lift one arm. Strengthen the core, lift both arms. The core is supporting us. Release the hands onto the chair. Stretch that leg back. Again, might not go to straight. We're working towards straight. Start at the pelvic floor. Firm up the core. Lift one or both arms. And breathe here. Exhale, release. Draw that outside leg in. Come back to center. Take the feet slightly wider than hip distance. And just let the knees both go to the right, to the left, to the right, the left, and come back to center. Walk the feet back to hip distance. Inhale the arms overhead. And exhale, let's fold over the legs. Support the fingertips on the floor or on the blocks. And take one full breath here. On the next inhale, bring the body all the way up. Our hands meet overhead. And draw the hands back to heart center. Let's come up to standing now. Let's face the back of the chair. And just take a moment now to grab, if you feel it's appropriate, to grab a drink, rehydrate, before we come and begin our standing work. So let's stand behind our chair, facing the back. Build the posture from the ground up. Lift all 10 toes away from the floor. Spread them out as much as you can. Press the mound of the big toe into the floor. Lift the arches. Press the mound of the little toe into the floor. And find a really strong foundation for our standing work. Lift the inner legs, squeeze the legs into center, draw the tailbone down, soften the ribs, open the hands forward, Let's take 3 breaths in standing mountain, Tadasana, standing mountain pose. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale the arms overhead. And exhale, fold forward towards the chair. Back the feet away from the chair. Form an L shape with the body. Press the hands into the back of the chair. Bend the knees slightly. Come back again to that core like we've done so many times in today's practice. Firm it up. And feel that core supporting the front body. Turn the right toes out towards the side. Step the left foot in towards the chair. Begin. You can either support yourself with the chair or bring the hands onto the hips. And we're going to lean the left leg in towards the chair for 1, 2, 3. The arms can come to the side and lift. Option 4. 5. Remember how that core is supporting the front body. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Release the hands onto the chair. Lift the heel. Step back. Come back to that L shape with the body. Remember to bend the knees. Start at the pelvic floor. Firm the core all the way up. Turn the left toes out towards the side body. Step the right foot in towards the chair. And we can begin. We're going to bend and straighten that left leg. And you can support yourself on the chair or bring the hands to the hips. Bend for 1. Inhale, straighten the leg for 1. Exhale. Exhale for 3. Raise the arms for 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. 11. And 12. Release, lift the back heel. Feet meet at the back of the mat. Stretch the body down and bend the knees slightly. Lift the inner edges of the legs. Draw the upper thighs back. Stretch the head forward and make that spine as long as you can. Walk the feet in towards the chair. And let's come up to standing mountain pose. Inhale the arms overhead. Exhale, fold towards the chair. Let's inhale, come up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come all the way up. And release the hands back to heart center. Let's turn sideways now to our chair. We're going to come into tree pose. On last Thursday, one of the few practices where we hadn't done a tree pose, so we'll spend a little extra time with our tree pose today. So let's build that foundation in our chair side foot. Lift the heel. Remember, you can stop here with the legs. You can bring the ankle onto, or bring the heel onto the opposite ankle. Come here. Come up onto the inner calf, or come up onto the inner thigh. Bring the hands at heart center. Open the arms, perhaps, as they're spreading the branches of our tree. And let's hold this. Another 15 seconds. Draw the hands back to heart center. Release the leg. Let's swing that leg through a range of motion. And perhaps we can point it out behind us. Come forward. Support the weight on the chair side. And legs extend out. Inhale, come up. Just let the legs go from side to side. And either turn around or bring the chair to the opposite side. Again, lift all 10 toes away, or lift the toes of the supporting foot away from the floor. Find that firm connection. Lift the knee. Take the heel to the ankle, the inner calf, or let's see today. We can get up onto the inner thigh. Bring the hands to heart center. Open the branches of our tree. And we'll hold for 15 seconds. Or not. Release. Let that leg swing. Stretch the leg out behind you. Inhale, come back to center, and just alternately. And we can just step away from the chair and just swing the arms gently. And then let the arms just let the momentum come out of that movement of the upper body. Let's take a nice deep breath in, lift the arms overhead, and exhale, forward fold towards the floor or the blocks. Inhale, come up halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come all the way up. Draw the hands back to heart center, and let's come to seated. Returning briefly to seated mountain pose. Have anything that you need to stay comfortable during our final relaxation handy. Take a drink. Close the eyes. Let's just begin to slow our practice down now. Inhale the arms overhead. Left hand to outside of right thigh, twisting right. And using this twist now to slow the body down. Inhale back to center. Exhale, twist towards the left side. Inhale, come back to center. Let's take one cat-cow move. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, come back to center. And because we've got such a nice big group here today, let's wrap up our practice with our chair yoga affirmation. So come to our really strong seated mountain pose. That core is still supporting the body. Let's take a deep breath. Everybody take a deep breath in. I am the mountain. I am stable, strong, and secure. I am the mountain. I am stable, strong, and secure. I am the mountain. I am stable, I am strong, and I am secure. Let's slide back in our chair. And now come into that part of the practice where we integrate the work that we've done, where the body has that opportunity to integrate the movement, the breath, and we give the conscious mind an opportunity for a brief respite from all the planning, the busyness of our lives. Bring that focus to the breath. And then let go of the focus on the breath. Just let the breath find its own natural rhythm. Notice perhaps the belly rise and fall gently now. But it's no longer the conscious mind making that happen. It's now the unconscious mind finding that rhythm. Moving from the breath to that conscious control of the shape of the body. So now rather trying to shape the body into a particular external form, we're allowing that external form of the body to shape itself to the chair that's supporting us. And finally, allow the conscious mind the luxury of rest. And letting this form of rest, this form of rest that's neither sleep nor awareness, somewhere in the middle, rejuvenate us, prepare us for the rest of our day. Now, either continue to rest in final relaxation or begin to reconnect with the outside world by first deepening the breath, wiggling the fingers and toes, shift our weight back towards the front of our chair, stack the spine, inhale the arms overhead, exhale, forward fold. Inhale, come all the way up, bring the hands to heart center, and say thank you to ourselves for making time for this practice today. Say thank you to each other for sharing your time and your energy in your practice. And thank you so much for the honor of being able to guide you through your practice. Thank you. Thank you so much.